Garth. Oh, hi! We're live! Hey, everybody!
Margo was just yelling at me for singing a song.
It was a Garth Brooks song, please.
It was not a Garth Brooks song.
Doesn't he? Oh, no, that was Billy Joel. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Huge difference.
Yeah, but Garth Brooks also sings a song about fire. There's like a different song. Anyway, happy tea time. Welcome to our 64th episode of Tea Time with Team Epic Reads.
If this is your first time, this is our weekly tea time chat where we sit and chat and talk about YA books and other things.
And all the things.
It's fun. We like it. Today we're going to be discussing breakups.
Yes, it's true.
So gather in. Bring in your stories.
If you guys are just joining, there's comments happening over here. There's also comments happening over on Twitter, which Aubrey will be checking. There is a giveaway form in the description below. So if you're watching this, go ahead. If you don't see the link for it, just refresh your page, and then you should see it in the description. Go fill it out. We are giving away signed copies.
Oh, hi. Oh, we got double things on.
We have signed copies of Tease by Amanda Maciel and Exile by Kevin Emerson to give away. So 10 winners.
That's a good
giveaway. One of the things. There's Amanda's signature.
See, Kevin's. It's probably free. Ooh, there's like a little bookmark in there.
What's it say?
It says, for those
about to rock.
Yeah, I couldn't see the about.
Does his have a little thingy underneath?
Yeah.
Oh, it does! These both do. Oh, that's fun.
They're good undressers.
You guys should always undress your books. There might be little surprises.
I love the yellow cover of this. It makes my heart happy on a bookshelf.
It is. It stands out, for sure, on a bookshelf. What are you guys reading this week? Tell us in the comments. Tell us what you're drinking. What tea are you drinking? Thanks for joining us while Ed Sheeran is singing right now.
Serenading you.
So if you're choosing us over Ed,
you can literally listen to him anywhere else at any other time. But
you only get us once a week.
Tea time.
And all the time on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or on theepicreads.com.
All of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany on Twitter says it's been ages since I've been able to tune in Tea Time. So excited.
Welcome, welcome. I feel like we're going to get a lot of people back once summer starts and like schools are out.
Yes.
Is that how that works? It's been a long time since I've been in school. I'm trying to get the YouTube comments going.
School things.
What are you guys reading? What are you reading, Aubrey?
I am about to start. I'm doing my BA prep.
Yes.
I am starting on The Endless Night by Kresley Cole.
Does anybody else think that looks like Spike from Buffy? Because that was my very first thought.
Yes.
James Marsters.
Absolutely.
Who does that look like?
I have my BA panel has Kresley Cole, Becca Fitzpatrick, Amanda Maciel, and Amy Zane on it.
Oh, that's a good.
I'm rounding out my homework, my bookish homework, and I'm reading this.
How is it? Are you enjoying it?
I haven't started it yet. I just finished Black Ice.
Oh.
And now I am about to open this up on the train ride home.
I feel like that's a good one because I don't know what Black Ice is about, but just going off the title, it sounds like something that would be cold. And then on the cover of this, there's
very cold,
and she's wearing a cool cape.
Cape.
I was going for cloak and cape, which is cake.
It's very cold in Black Ice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Huh. Like winter storms stuck.
And there are murderers!
It's good.
Mary Hinson on YouTube says, I'm reading Beautiful Creatures and Dangerous Creatures this week. That's right, there's a new Dangerous Creatures book this book. I didn't even realize that world was still going on.
All of the things I saw. It blew up on Twitter this week.
I feel like the fans of that series have been waiting for so long for another installment in that series.
Awkwardly Emma, which amazing Twitter handle, says, I would like to have Margo Wood's wardrobe.
Oh. Well, I buy all my clothes online, so you can have it too.
What are you guys reading? Oh, Ashley Norris just finished The Secrets of Lily Graves. Did you like it?
Elizabeth Steyert on YouTube says, I'm reading Love Letters to the Dead by Ava de la Rhea.
Oh, nice.
I hope I pronounced it. Oh, Aubrey C. Another Aubrey, but spells it A-U-B-R-I-E. I've never seen that spelling before.
Interesting.
Aubrey C. on YouTube is reading Sabriel. Approved.
Akira Lynn, I think. At Lynn Ricky is reading Scarlet by Marissa Meyer.
Oh, fun. Fun stuff. Hyperactive 348 on YouTube is reading Ready Player One.
Nice. Ooh, Heather Self loves Endless Night. She writes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm
I
excited.
think there's a lot of big fans. Where are the fans? Are you guys fans? Because I've heard that this is like a bit of a following.
Yes.
But I don't know where you are. Where are you?
They're all on Twitter right now.
Well, they're there. Somebody said that they're reading Noggin, so that's awesome. I just finished that one last night.
Tiff at Mostly Violet is reading Open Road Summer by...
Road trips.
Yeah.
I'm about to go on one with my mom.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of. Not really. Driving from Ohio to New York, it's not really a road trip. Pennsylvania's not. Northern Pennsylvania's not a very scenic part of the state.
Pennsylvania's a hard state to drive
It's
through.
so much bigger than you would expect.
So long.
It's so long. I am reading a book from my BEA panel, Exquisite Captive by Heather Demetrios. This is not the final cover, but the final cover has been released, so you guys can Google that.
It's got more of
her face. It's like more of the side of her face.
Yeah.
Probably from the same photo shoot.
Yeah, because it's the same kind of movement.
Yeah. This one is about Ginnies. Not genies, but Ginnies, which is sort of like a whole different thing. And this is like the most complicated world that I've read in a long time. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh god, I have to take notes. I can't remember all the different like levels of genies and all their backstory and the world that they're from and the rulers and how all the rules and all the different types of spells. It's complicated, but very
That will be great for your
my world building panel. Whoever put her on the panel, well
Good
done. But it's very, very rich and detailed and sexy and like colorful. I just whenever I read this, I'm like, I just think of the colors like magentas and teals and golds, and
that feels good.
Yeah, it feels good. So this one doesn't come out until October 7th. So we'll talk about this one more as we get closer to its release date, but I just started it.
What did come out this week is the Art of Lainey, which is brought to you by our tea time topic.
Well, our tea time today is brought to you by the Art of Lainey, which is why Aubrey is drinking a milkshake.
See, look.
Look.
They're the same. Also, I like milkshakes.
Although technically, we were told that it's like a mocha frappuccino.
Orange mocha frappuccinos!
If you are our age, you'll know what we're talking about.
If you're not, you should find out. I did have an interaction with somebody, or I heard through a story where I was like referencing Dawson's Creek.
Oh my god. Such a good story.
And the reference was not known, and
she did not know what Dawson's Creek was.
My mind was blown, and I feel like a lot of you watching probably don't know what Dawson's Creek is.
To her credit, yeah, she was 16.
Yeah, like she was not alive
when it was on. That is really depressing.
Anyway, it's on Netflix. If you childrens are watching, I recommend it.
What's like the current comp to Dawson's Creek? Is it like One Tree Hill? Is that even on the air still?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I feel like that's one of those shows that's like been on the air for like ever, but do people, I don't know.
But I guess I had this feeling that Dawson's Creek is like the 90210. Like you just watch. It's part of like you when you get at this age, you watch Dawson's Creek.
Right. I don't know if it holds up. I don't know if it's one of those shows. It's like Gossip Girl. Like Gossip Girl was really great for like the mid 2000s, but I don't really know if I would watch it like again, you know? Yeah. So I don't know. So the Art of Lainey.
Yes, back to
this.
Lainey is going through a bad breakup, and she discovers a book, The Art of War.
If you guys haven't read that, it's really short. It's been around for like hundreds and hundreds of years.
You should definitely do it. And she decides that her Art of Lainey is going to be getting her boy back.
So she uses the book to basically wage war on her breakup.
Yeah.
Get that boy back. So we want to know about your breakups. First of all, what was your worst breakup in terms of you getting your heart broken? When did you break somebody else's heart? And
I'm gonna cry into my milkshake.
What have you done, or have you ever done anything to get somebody back? And do you have any breakup advice?
So those are all lots of things.
Lots of things. So let's start with.
You can tweet them at us. Comment in the comments. We'll read them. I don't have that many breakup stories, so I'm not going to be able to even check off all of those lists.
Well, then your job then is to find
the
some good ones. All right. So let's start with the first one, which is, what is like your worst breakup story? Like, when were you, like, what was the worst breakup that you ever went through?
I was cheated on.
You were cheated on. That sucks.
It sucks really bad. But I don't feel like that. I've moved on pretty nicely. Like, I didn't do it.
I would hope you have moved on. You are married.
I did. But I didn't, like, wallow in it. He was, like, my high school boyfriend. But it also, I think how I recouped is, like, I didn't date after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was just like, okay, well, I'm not investing into people like that anymore.
Yeah.
That was probably the way I didn't cope with it.
Yeah.
Very well.
No, I think I went through, like, a similar situation. My freshman of college, my boyfriend freshman year of college, we were wonderful and great, and he was like the super hot guy that I totally thought I would never get, and then I got, and then I lost him because he dumped me for my best friend 2 weeks after he came to stay at my house for a week. So that was a little not fun telling my parents.
That's cool.
They're like, oh, is he going to be coming back with you for spring break? And I was like, oh, no. He broke up with me. And then I went into, like, a horrible, like, downward spiral after that. It was, like, I, like, became a total hermit, wouldn't talk to anybody, just, like, cried all the time and just was like, I can't move on, I can't. It was, like, the darkest period of my life. It was horrible. All because of a stupid boy.
That sucks.
It totally sucks, but I am glad that it happened, and I'm glad it happened at that age, because I think that only happens to you once, if at all.
Yeah.
Because after that happens,
you're like, that's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it at all. And, like, every other breakup is, like, piece of cake after the one that just, like, ruins your soul.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like on the outside, I didn't make it ruin me, but, like, it set me up to, like, not invest in people. It took me a long time.
Your walls went up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I met my husband.
Was he the first guy you dated after the breakup? Your future husband?
Seriously.
Interesting.
Yes, I would date, and people, this is where I was like, I was not a nice person to date, and I would really, if you were a boy and you happened to like me, I felt really bad for you in college, because I was, like, I didn't care. Like, I didn't care.
Yeah.
Like, this boy liked me, and, like, I went on a couple of dates with him, and then he was like, I'm going to marry you. And I was like, okay. And then he got me, like, tickets to this really big show that I wanted to see. He got me 2 tickets, and I was like, okay, I don't think we need to see each other anymore, but I'm going to take my best friend and take these tickets.
You were that girl.
Yeah. I was so bad.
Oh, that's so bad.
I was so bad. And it was all because of this one boy. That was how I guess my, like, coping was so stretched out.
We're going to check in with YouTube and Twitter and read some of your stories. Kristen Jones on YouTube says, I was broken up with after a boyfriend went to band camp and decided he liked boys instead of girls. I think that happens frequently.
That happens. I feel like all of my crushes in high school, they are all gay men now. And I'm just like, well.
Britt Moore on YouTube, my worst breakup was when I was invited to a dance with a guy who was in high school. I was in middle school, and he showed up late and danced with other girls and not me. Broke up right before I left. Oh, that's just like one hit right after another. That sucks. I'm sorry.
Has anybody like been broken up with on text or like any like crappy things?
In 8th grade, I got an email. Oh yeah. 8th grade, I got dumped because I broke my ankle. And then my leg was in a cast, and my boyfriend at the time, he wrote me an email to dump me because I had a broken ankle. He's like, we can't date anymore. You have a broken ankle. I was like, what?
In middle school dating was
so rough.
Crazy that I remember having a boyfriend, and it was long term. Like, we were a week and a half in.
Oh, my God, that's so long.
He gave me a flower in the lunch line.
Aww.
Then 30 minutes later, broke up with me at the table.
I've had entire relationships in 4th grade based solely on notes past 4th. We never actually talked to each other because that's too much. That's too risky.
Meredith said my worst breakup. He refused to believe it was over and kept contacting me for months. Then he got engaged 3 months after the breakup.
Yeah. See, the boy that dumped me freshman year of college, we lived on the same floor. So I think that's my rule for breaking up. Number one is do not see the person that you've broken up with or who dumped you ever again if you can, because dating somebody on your freshman year floor, you cannot escape them no matter where you go. And I went to a very small college, so I saw him everywhere. It ruined me.
Luckily, like, my bad breakup was at the end of high school.
Yeah,
and then we were just like... He ended up marrying and having beautiful children with the person he cheated on me with, so I was kind of like, oh, okay, well, at least that was valid.
If you can make a clean break with somebody and just, like, never see them again... Okay, with the digital age, I feel like it's a little bit more difficult. You have to, like, unfriend, delete them from your phone book, unfollow them on Twitter. You just have to cut yourself off completely, like, digitally in order to move on. Otherwise, you're going to be constantly, like, checking them on Facebook, their status updates and their photos, and be like, who's that? Who's that girl? Does he like that girl? Is he dating her? Was he dating her? Was he cheating on me with her? Like,
you get super obsessive. I wouldn't want to do it.
Stephanie
on Twitter says, my first boyfriend broke up with me through a space picture he drew. What? I want to see that. More. I want to see the picture. Not if that makes you feel sad.
I know, but that sounds amazing. Rihanna Walker on YouTube says, my worst breakup is definitely book worthy. Well, I'd like to hear what that is. Redorkable on YouTube. I had a boyfriend whom I dated at 14. Then we lost contact when he moved away. 4 years later, I found him again on MySpace. I left everything behind and went to live with him. Then drama, then breakup.
Whoa! Here's the one thing I would always advise. Don't ever make life changes that are that monumental for a person. Another person.
I did it.
Oh, you moved for...
I did it.
The current.
Yeah, for the current. And we've been together for 5 years now.
But you wouldn't... Would you have...
No, oh God, I would never recommend it, ever.
No, but would you have come to New York on your... Like, was that a goal?
It was my goal to leave Ohio. It was not my goal to go to New York. It was just to leave Ohio. And then he came up, and then he was living in New York, and I was like, all right.
See, but that, like, works. Like, there was still, like, it was a trajectory
I wanted to leave. Yes, I wanted to leave, and that just sort of opened the door. Yeah. But I would not recommend moving in right away. That was a mistake, because we had only been dating long distance for, like, 2 months until I moved, and then we moved in together.
But New York is so expensive. It's so hard.
That's why we were rationalizing it. We were like, oh, we'll be at each other's apartments every night, so we might as well just live together. And then it was a bad idea. We did not break up, but we got separate apartments after that.
We need some space to learn if we like each other.
It was exactly that. It was like, we need to find out if we actually like each other or if we're just together because we're roommates.
Yeah. That's a bad space to be.
Yeah.
I also had a friend who stayed with somebody for a long time just because they had been so rooted together that they're like, I don't know where I would live.
That's the other thing. If you were in a bad relationship, and I feel like this is probably a plot line in many YA or new adult novels. If you're in a bad relationship with somebody and you live together, don't stay together just because you have a lease.
Yeah.
Like, get out.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor. Let's see.
Like the Art of Lainey, does anybody have tactics? Did you try to go back after somebody after you have broken up with them? Or after a breakup has happened?
In high school, I was, like, ahead of, like, the plays and stuff, so there was, like, a small group of us, and we were in charge of casting all the plays, and so the boy that we dated for a little while, and then he broke up with me, but I was really like, he's not allowed to do that, so he auditioned for the play, and so I cast him as my lover in the play, forcing him to interact with me every single night after school and kiss me on stage. Sorry, Brian. Sort of.
I mean, he kissed me.
Yeah, right? Like, that totally counts. Have you ever done anything to get a guy back?
No, because I think the people that I would try to get back, they're still my friends now, but they enjoy the company of men.
Oh.
Just so it was like, we woke up, but will you still be my friend?
Confused Muse on YouTube says, after 3 months, I moved internationally with the man I fell insta-love with. 5 years later, we're still together. It's good to know that those do happen, but man, that is such a risk.
Yeah.
Such a risk.
I mean, I think any relationship is risky.
Oh my God, Janie Lee on YouTube just wrote, I had a boyfriend for 24 hours, and then he came into class and said, I hope you were not serious, no hard feelings. I would smack his face so hard if he said that to me in front of the whole class.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Somebody tweeted, went down, but they were like, middle school and elementary school dating situations are the most brutal things you could ever be in.
So bad.
Because they were so, like, microcosms of, like, relationships.
Tiff, mostly white eyelid, says, oh my god, I forgot about this one. I dated a guy that I kind of didn't like that much, but he liked me. He ended up writing me bad French poetry, and then I had to break up with him. What's the, like, most embarrassing thing that a guy's done to, like, get your attention? To, like, somebody who was pursuing you? Like, writing you bad poetry?
I had somebody, like, physically stalk my apartment.
Oh, God, that's bad.
It was really bad, and it was really uncomfortable.
It was
really uncomfortable. I was like, this isn't working. What you're doing is making it worse.
Jared Wheelock on YouTube said, my third girlfriend cheated on me with my arch enemy.
Oh,
that
boy.
Sucks. Did she know he was your arch enemy?
Like, that's so wrong.
That is so wrong. It's like one thing to go with, like, the best friend. Like, you guys all hang out, so it's, you know, feelings are bound to come up. But, like, your arch enemy?
Yeah, it's like,
that's just like a kick in the face. Like, not only am I going to break your heart, I'm going to punch you afterwards.
This one makes me laugh. Paige says, a guy broke up with me over text message, and he used the wrong break. He used break, as in car brakes.
Oh, my God.
It was bad.
How do people break up these days? I feel like, does anybody break up via, like, Snapchat? Be like, Snapchat with my new person.
Be like, you.
Oh,
I bet they do.
Here's the thing, though, and here's the thing that one of the lessons that I think Lainey learns in this book is that it's not worth it to, like, pine and waste your time trying to go after somebody who just isn't that into you.
Yeah, I mean,
love yourself.
I think that there's a line, you know, there's a line. Like, sometimes there's that adage of, like, you have to fight for love a little bit. But I think there's a little bit where maybe.
I think there's up to a certain point you can try. You can make the effort and, like, I'm going to try to win him back. But then it's like, all right, if you're, you know, I feel like one of the things that people have a hard time understanding when they get dumped is, like, it's not about you. It really is not about you, like, at all.
And it's for the better. Like, why do you want to? You don't want to be with somebody who doesn't appreciate how awesome you are.
I'm a firm believer in that whole, like, not everything happens for a reason, but, like, especially when it comes to relationships, you are better off.
Yeah.
You are better off.
Yeah. Monica on Twitter asks, have y'all, way to use the y'all, ever felt pressured into dating someone? Yes. I dated somebody almost my entire freshman year because he was best friend with the boy that my best friend was dating. And we weren't really that interested in each other.
That's so annoying, right?
We were just, like, in proximity of each other. And, like, I think even our breakup
relationships by proximity, that has happened.
And even our breakup, that was probably the most amicable breakup ever.
Yeah.
Was, my phone's texting, I'm sorry. Was, we were just kind of like, yeah, like, I like you, but I don't ever want to kiss you ever again. Like, this is gross.
Wait. Bella Coscal on YouTube said, I had a guy leave me. He left for some girl named Beatrice Pryor. Curse you, Tobias Eden.
Is that true?
He's lying.
He's lying.
He left Beatrice for me. Paula Stokes, the author of The Art of Lainey, she wrote a blog post, which there's a link to it in the description below, that is tips for getting over a breakup.
That's good.
Getting over a breakup's so hard.
You should let yourself feel
totally,
sad,
and that's number one.
Wallow.
That was number one.
Yeah.
Number one, let yourself grieve. Go have an amazingly good cry.
Yeah.
Then pick yourself up and, like, you know, be a human again.
Was one of them, and then go find a book boyfriend? Because
no, but we do have that blog post. Yes, if you boys and books, they'll never let you down. They're always there for you until they die.
At Truly Dantas just said a breakup Snapchat, and she tweeted us, "We're done."
Show that.
Let's see if it'll come up.
That's funny. That's a good one. I like it.
Thanks for the visuals.
Let's see.
Man, I mean, breakups are like such a universal feeling.
They're such a part of high school, though. They are such a part, like, I don't know anybody that didn't either get dumped or like pined after somebody that just it never went anywhere. So they spent so much time. Like I spent so many of my high school years just like lusting after boys that just did not want to give me the time of day.
Yeah, and now if I could go back to my high school self because of things like the internet and Facebook, I see them and I'm like,
you're like, oh, I totally dodged a bullet.
That is not anything that I want to be a part of.
Any teenagers watching who are currently going through a breakup and wallowing in self-pity, just know that when you get older and you go to your high school reunion, trust me, you will have fun looking back at the dudes or the girls who broke your heart and being like, oh, God.
Also, if you're supposed to be, I know that, like, if you're supposed to be together, you will be together. Like, again, you shouldn't be with somebody who you can't be your absolute self with.
Now, sometimes I think people who break up should get back together. It happens rarely, but my favorite couple that I want to get back together.
I agree. Right? Look at their faces.
They're just the most perfect couple ever.
They should
rumors. Procreate.
There are rumors.
Start a new race of beautiful McGoslings. McGoslings.
They just seem so happy. Also, I would put that same bucket. Don't ever break up Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield.
Yes. Don't break them up.
No. Mm-mm.
What are some?
We are emotionally invested in.
What are your favorite celebrity breakups?
I'm a fan of this breakup.
This one's really good because you could see what happened to her afterwards. Miley.
Because I'm a fan of. It's no secret I'm a Miley fan. It might be. I don't know. I'm a Miley fan. I think she did better. She didn't need him. Like, he's fine. He seems really nice. But they are, again,
she found herself. She used the breakup to find herself.
Yeah, they operate better
separately. Let's be honest. He also got engaged way too young.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
But, yes.
You were cute in your onesies.
That's a fun breakup. I like it when celebrity breakups are really overly dramatic.
Yeah.
Like, these two are funsies. Because they're a little bit like, are they, aren't they, are they, aren't they? The babes. His face is huge. Why
are we freezing?
His cutout is huge. Oh, are we at 18 minutes? Oh, no. We might be cutting out.
Can you see us? Are we frozen?
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Looks like we're still at McGoslings, so
okay.
We will wrap it up. Oh, yes. Next week is tea time, 3:45 Wednesday. It's a BEA. We'll be
busy and crazy.
Tomorrow we have a new Things I Learned in YA video coming out where we learned how to throw knives and be dauntless. So definitely
see how that turned out and if anyone got hurt.
You guys can subscribe because that video will be going live at noon tomorrow.
And tell all of your friends and watch it.
Yes.
Because
please.
Yeah.
And announcement, we will talk about it again next week. But next week is the last week that we're going to be going like every week. We always go, in the summers, we go every other week.
Yes.
So, but we will be here next week and we'll explain it all to you then.
And we'll still have plenty of video stuff happening on those off weeks.
Yep.
It's summer.
It's summer. And we've got a lot of videos to make.
Yeah.
So fill out that form. It'll be up. We'll post the recap video later on the blog.
You can win a copy of Exile or Tease.
The Art of Lainey by Paula Stokes is now on sale. It's a paperback original, perfect for summer.
I drank all my milkshake.
I drank all of my tea.
Oh, we need to do our question of the day.
But we're running out of time. We talked too much about breakups.
Okay, let's do dirt faces.
Dirt faces. Okay, ready? Prepare your screenshots. Okay, ready?
Wait, hold on.
I have to prepare
our theme
mine.
Should be somebody just broke
your heart?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. And scene. All right, we will see you guys next Wednesday.
3:45.
And scene.